Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now we're going to be jumping into episode 7 of series 4 of The Last Kingdom, and my god, this is good. My god, this show is good. Super quick recap, right, because I'm binge watching and I just want to just carry on with this. So last time, there's like some sickness, some plague, some virus thing, bit too close to home to be honest, but this virus, this sickness is going around, and it looks like SiTHFuRion's daughter might have caught it, like she was really ill, and Uhtred and his group are trying to find SiTHFuRion. SiTHFuRion is trying to find Uhtred, like, but there's also the Arslicker. The Arslicker is out looking for him as well, and it kind of got to a point where they were like so close. So close, basically like the camps were like right next to each other. But of course at some point the Arslicker was going to come across them, and they have, and his sister Edith, I believe, she kind of jumped in, defended the child and everything, and basically revealed the truth that the Arslicker was the one who killed Uhtred, and his men kind of turned on him and everything. And I could be wrong, but I think that's how the episode ended, was with Uhtred basically holding Uhtred's ring, like saying like, we need to go back to Mercia and let people know that they've been like misled and lied to and everything. Because in Mercia things are getting more and more complex with the Aldermen fighting for power. Edward is, I guess you could say, struggling to try and keep the peace, and of course he wants to continue what his father has started to build, like a united England, you know, and the only way that really seems possible is to marry his niece off onto someone and everything. Also Elswith has turned up, and she's trying to get through to her son to try and find out what's happening, and you need to start putting things right. I'm just quite shocked on my feelings towards Elswith now. Like, I'm genuinely liking her character. Like I said at the end of like the last video, I feel like her character hasn't completely changed. Like, she's still doing what she believes to be the right thing. She's being a slightly protective mother. That hasn't changed. She's always been that way. It's just now she's realizing that she's made bad choices and she's trying to put things right now. And you can see, I don't want to say pain, but you can see like she just wants to fix things, you know? And there's a big part of me that hopes that it's not going to be like one of the last things that she does. You know what I mean? Because it's like she's kind of got on this road now where it's like, okay, she's slightly redeeming herself. She's working her way up. She's gaining like respect from viewers and everything, only for her to die. Like, no. You know, and then if she does die, then there's going to be the whole context of her being reunited with Uhtred, and just, nah, man. I don't know why. I really don't understand why I'm getting this weird kind of like, I like her character now. She's really grown on me, and just, man, like I said, this show, the writing of this season, man. Okay, we're going to get into this, episode 7. Let's do this, man.
Ignore it.
Such disrespect. I wasn't fond of Uhtred, but he was lord here.
A curse upon the line of Uhtred!
Yeah, you know I didn't like the fucker, but still, man, in the end, it's like, he kind of came through a little bit, he tried.
Lord Uhtred speaks against me yet again.
Ignore the chatter. Truly dangerous men do not issue threats.
Yep.
The Ealdormen have called their Witten for after the funeral.
Why was I not informed?
They say you do not need to know.
Shit.
You said we could speak freely, and I say this is lies.
Lord Uhtred, remember who I am.
You move in your troops. Leader of the Mercian Guard disappears, so yet again, we cannot defend ourselves. Then suddenly, from nowhere, a fever closes the city and starves the people!
Uhtred, you go too far!
You cannot be suggesting I created this situation.
The people are hungry because you hoard the grain!
We hoard it so we cannot fatten Wessex fighters!
Enough! Enough!
I was just thinking that he's going to jump in. I thought things were going to get physical and then he'll jump in.
Explain to these people Lady Elfwin is safe and about to return for her betrothal.
She is safe, but she cannot be betrothed. Erdwulf has confessed to the murder of Lord Ethelred, and he has fled Mercia.
Ignore the heathen, he's just a troublemaker.
Why do you seek to humiliate Mercia with these outrageous lies?
This is no lie. Erdwulf has near confessed it before his men. This was found on him. Belonged to Lord Ethelred and was stolen from his dying hand. Erdwulf has done many things to harm Mercia. You all chose to turn your eyes from it. This is the consequence.
He looks so pissed off. Thinking about it though, like...
It will not work. I've heard it kills men.
Poison can sometimes be a cure. Mixed with holy water, it will cool the fever. She is dying. If she does, we will be blamed.
Sickness everywhere, Reed.
Yes, and who gets accused? Sinners. People like me. You have not been shunned as I have.
Was it season 2 when they were in the swamplands? Alfred's son, was it Edward? Edward was ill.
There. Now she and I are both doomed.
And Uhtred and that girl, they use some stuff to like heal the kid. Maybe it runs in the family. Maybe there's just something there. Because the kid fell ill when Alfred and everyone was fleeing Wessex and they went to the swamplands, right? Mate, I don't know.
Where is my niece? Tell me, or I shall have you seized.
I've done nothing wrong. You know this.
Your actions have caused chaos, disturbed a smooth transition of power, and launched an uprising amongst the Eldermen. So even you will understand why I call you traitor. Take him away.
They're playing the same record. The same record. Oh, it's all Uhtred's fault. It's Uhtred's fault.
You will tell no one of these defeats.
They are terrifying.
What was that?
Huh?
You thirsty?
For a moment there, when he said, are you thirsty? I thought he was going to piss down her. Okay, I'm glad we're back with him now, because we didn't see him for like the rest of the episode, did we? I had this bad feeling that we were going to go back to him and she was ill. And he was like looking after her and she was like, no, we've got to get there, we have to keep moving. But we can't have mother and daughter both ill.
This hall is only for the Lord of Mercia and his Eldermen.
And so I shall remain here until the new lord is chosen. You do not speak for the Eldermen. You are merely grasping like a greedy child, and I shall not indulge it.
Yeah.
If you want me to leave the hall, one of your men will have to lay hands on a king. Who will be the man to do it? Drag a king through the hall? Who dares throw himself before God like this?
I will.
Oh shit, okay, he's actually got some balls.
We have taken your son to Wessex for religious instruction.
Oh shit.
He will be cared for until his father finds better judgment.
Wow, that's the fucking Alfred move, that is. Alfred did that to Uhtred. Don't do as you're told, I'm taking your kids away. Fucking hell, that's a bit dirty, but...
Can't you just tell us where Lady Elfwin is hiding?
It's your choice.
Really? Like, come on, I was raised by Danes. Come on, this is just play fighting. Come on, hit me harder. Come on. Fucking hell.
Elfwin.
No.
Please wake up.
You've killed her.
No, she's still breathing. We must get her to a healer in Aelisburg if she's to stand a chance.
This child is technically the future of the bond between Mercia and Wessex, like.
The people of Mercia are Saxon, but they will never be of Wessex. Force them to be, and they will fight back. Continue to care for Mercia, find the right match for my granddaughter, and peace will come. Did we discover if Uhtred has all the children from Saltwich?
He will not give us that information. Believe me, we tried to extract it.
See, Uhtred needs to listen to his mom. Like, she's got the advice of a queen. You know what I mean? Like, she was at fucking Alfred's side for years. Like, take that knowledge, man. The fuck?
Ethelhelm claims he acts for you.
Yep.
Look at me.
I did not order this because I knew it would not work. Lord Ethelhelm was foolish to think you would weaken.
Yep.
I've always envied you for choosing your own path. Looked at the way men followed you and felt inspired, somewhat begrudgingly. Now I wonder if you are as imprisoned as I am, unable to escape a life that was imposed upon you. I have followed the guidance of others too long. I have made mistakes, yes. I have lived somewhat in Alfred's shadow.
Now you see the light.
I know he was speaking the truth when he said the kingdoms are stronger united, so perhaps I should be unifying them myself, rather than making a child do it for me.
Yep.
Return to Elfwin, reunite with my sister and keep them safe.
Okay. I like that. I like that scene of him literally, like, coming down, you know, to his level. That looks so real, man, the makeup. That eye, like, trust me, I've had my fair share of black eyes and lumps. That, that does look good.
Hey, you want a drink? Come on.
Wow, what did I say earlier? Okay, that was a setup. That was a setup. What did I say earlier about them pissing on her? Bastards, man. That close, man. Again.
She says your daughter passed into the next life. And her body was taken to Aelisburg.
What? She's not dead, man. What the fuck? Okay. So Aethelflaed thinks that her daughter's died now.
Does Uhtred finally realize the stupidity of his defiance?
I would say not. I have asked him to leave Aelisburg, and I would like you to do the same. Lord? More than once you have taken it upon yourself to interpret my wishes in a way that I find unchristian.
I have tried to guide you on a bolder course.
Is it boldness to confine a widow? Beat a man as he was chained?
I simply placed myself between you and some necessary unpleasantness. I did what you asked.
But not what I wanted.
Yep.
Return to Winchester and all will be well.
Very well, I shall do as you request. I hope your mother advises you better than I have.
Yeah, fuck off, man. The Child King has grew up a little bit, man. Hell yeah.
King continues to take the town. He feeds the people. Truly, you have lost your judgment.
Wow.
Okay, there's plenty to go around.
Wow, okay. In like a weird way, I can see Gisela doing the same thing, like helping to try and feed the people and everything, like...
I need it! Hold on!
You'd think the grain was silver.
Hey,
Calm yourselves. Calm yourselves.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Of course he would get in to help his daughter.
Enough! Get back!
I know you suffer, but turning on each other will not save you. You must work as one, rather than quarreling amongst yourselves. Now get back behind the cart and form a line. Each person in turn will be given what they need.
Look how he influences them.
Trust me.
He will make them rise against you.
Mercia must not...
Come on now, Swiss, come on. She's not changed, actually. She really does not like Uhtred. Despite everything. I genuinely hate seeing her like this, man. But all of this is just going to fuel her anger and rage when she does get out, you know? Oh, shit! Are these the new Danes? Okay.
We are looking for a Dane named Brita.
Too late. I killed her.
What? Was this like an actual like fucking rescue party or something?
If I place someone to rule here, who might forge a path to peace, someone who might not necessarily please the Eldermen, but whose popularity with the people might force them to accept it.
No.
I wondered if that person should be you.
No fucking way.
Accept and your reputation will be restored and your men given status and wealth. And in a few years you will be free to pursue whichever dreams you may have. I could give you the troops you need to retake the fortress you lost.
Wow.
And in return?
I would be your king and expect your loyalty.
What was I saying just the other episode? I think I was like saying about how like if Alfred was in charge, he would put someone as like a temporary ruler until the child was old enough to be married off, and you know, like, I'm sure I said that in like the review of one of the last episodes. I'm sure I did. It's smart, man. But fucking Uhtred is ruling on Mercia. What the fuck?
Listen to me, dog. Prepare to be broken as you tried to break me.
Yep. She's gonna fuck him up.
How did Knut fall? Was it his arrogance or his anger?
Both. But mainly his betrayal.
But he died dishonored if he allowed his woman to be enslaved.
And that was the work of Uhtred, the Dane slayer. But I will have my revenge on him.
I've heard of this Dane slayer.
I called it then, that she's gonna blame fucking Uhtred.
What do you know about him?
Indeed. I fear he had been taken or lost forever. Did Uhtred bring him here?
Quite the adventure by all accounts.
Then I thank him for it.
I know you dislike him, but maybe Edward is right this time.
Father Pulik, what have I not been told?
Oh, man. I got a little bit choked up there, and fucking hell, Elswith, what the hell?
I do not need redemption either.
Oh, my son, you do. If only for the sins of your mother.
I don't. Oh my God.
He has lived a life of lies, and that must be righted. I was wrong to rent you apart, and it's something that I deeply regret. I thought my past actions were protecting you and Wessex, that I acted in the name of God. But God put love in your heart for your first wife and this child, and I should not have ignored that. So, I ask for your forgiveness and his. He needs your protection.
Wow.
Place him back to where he was concealed.
He'll come around. He'll come around. Just give him time. But Oh my god, the feels, man. Ellsworth, what the fuck? Again, I get real emotional because of Ellsworth. Like, who would have ever thought, you know? A character that I dislike could be written so differently and...
Have you made your choice?
I will accept. If I can rule as my own man.
I've never wanted to control Mercia, only see it at peace.
Good. Then we are of one mind.
At long last, I strike a bargain with Uhtred of Bebbanburg.
Okay. And now Aethelflaed's turned up. But she still thinks her daughter's died.
Mama.
Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Fucking Ellsworth, who fucking... Okay, what the hell? She's really climbed up on my list of like some of my favourite characters in the show.
To Cedric and Aethelflaed and young Uhtred too. May they return safely. But if there's ale still left when they get here, then we have left ourselves there.
Everyone now looks forward to the new lord.
Who is that to be?
He has asked Uhtred.
To the land, to the silver, and to the women, to Uhtred of Mercia.
Okay. He doesn't look too happy, does he, Uhtred? If the truth was to be told. Like, his goal was always Bebbanburg. Like, Mercia was never on his list of, like, goals. Like, I don't know, maybe he'll just, like, be the ruler of Mercia in status only. You know, and let Aethelflaed carry on ruling, you know what I mean? And Uhtred will carry on doing what he wants to do. Maybe he'll have his own plan to kind of use this now as kind of like the Mercian army to go and take Bebbanburg back. Like, but then there's also the issue now with the new Danes, led by Breda, who of course she's gonna want like revenge on Uhtred, so they're gonna leave Wales at some point. But Ellsworth, what the fuck? I don't understand why I'm getting so, like, kind of emotional and choked up on that, man. I can't be the only one who's really kind of, like, liking her character growth and everything. Like, just to kind of see how her character has evolved a bit. Like, she's still the same. Like I was saying earlier, she's technically still the same character. Like, she's doing what she believes to be the right thing. She's trying to protect her children. She's trying to protect her family. That's always been her goal. She's a mother. That's what all mothers do. It's just she just made bad calls. You know what I mean? Like, it's still there. Like when the whole thing about Uhtred, like, she doesn't like the man. She's not going to completely change and be all nice and, like, because that's out of character. Like, her character has stayed the same, but at the same time, it's evolved. I like that. I really do like that. To go from a character that I kind of disliked, well, not kind of, I really did dislike Ellsworth. And going into this season, like I said, like, I really genuinely thought she was going to be the one manipulating Edward, because Edward and Uhtred seem to get, like, have this common, like, bond and everything with the battle at the end of series 3, how Edward wanted to go and help Uhtred, and you know, and I generally thought she was going to be the voice whispering in Edward's ear that's going to put conflict between him and Uhtred. But I'm really surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised that Ellsworth has become the voice of reason. I like that, man. I think mainly because it's kind of took me by surprise and I'm really liking her character. I'm kind of getting really emotionally invested in this now. Like, gotta talk about Edith quick. She's come through once again as being someone that we can trust. Her main focus was protecting this child, Ellsworth. Is it Alswin or Alfwin? I'll get it when I'm editing, like I can just play that part over and over again and get familiar with the name. But I'm pretty sure they said Alfwin. Like, Edith's main focus was keeping this child alive. You know what I mean? Like, they could have stayed in the woods waiting for Aethelflaed to turn up. But it was like, no, like, okay, we've tried this idea, it didn't work. We need to take her back to Mercia. We need to, you know, find healers. Like, because Arslick is gone now. He's not a threat for now. Because, of course, he's just not going to be gone. Like, he'll probably turn back up. Maybe, like, near the end, like, maybe episode 9 and 10 to start manipulating things again. Or maybe he might show up now in like, the new season, like, season 5. But Edith has kind of shown, look, like, we can trust her, like I was saying. Like, she's kind of coming to the fold of the good guys, you know what I mean? I'm so glad, right? I'm so, like, my mind is all over the place because I've just watched, like, 2 episodes back to back. Edward, finally, the Child King has grown up a little bit. My God. Athelhelm, fuck off, man. But it's true, it's like twice now this guy has gone out and did what he wanted, pretty much. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that Edward has kind of clocked onto it. Just like the Arslicker, of course, we've not seen the last of him. I'm sure he'll turn back up again because, you know, his daughter is the queen, you know what I mean? So, of course, like, he'll turn back up again at some point, especially, like, if Edward now starts embracing Athelstan. What, of course, is going to happen. Like, that was just the first interaction. He's now going to go away. He hasn't got to worry about Mercia anymore because Mercia is in the safe hands of Uhtred and Aethelflaed, hopefully. So he ain't got to worry about that. He can go back to Wessex and coming face to face with his son. I can see it sparking into something, you know. So yeah, I think ultimately Edward and Athelstan might grow a bit closer over time. Like, that was like I said, just the first meeting. Like, he's got 101 things going through his head at the moment, and, you know, now his mum brings his firstborn son to him. It's like, the fuck. But I think he'll come around to the idea of it. Hopefully. Or maybe this is where Alswith is going to focus her attention now, is to be a grandmother and raise Athelstan. You know, kind of keep him secret because, you know, it still could cause issues going into the future. I don't know, like I think, like I was saying, like, Alswith has so much potential as far as, like, knowledge, and like I said, she is sat on the side of Alfred. She has sat on the side of Alfred for years, you know what I mean? While they've taught battle strategies, and she's probably added her own input. She has knowledge, and this is knowledge that Edward could utilise. But this is also knowledge that could be passed on to Athelstan, you know what I mean? And not only that, but he's also spent time with Uhtred and Finan and SiTHFuRion, so he's got that knowledge as well, and hopefully he'll spend more time with them and stuff. Like, I don't know, like, I can see, like, Alswith taking him underneath her wing now and kind of looking after him, hopefully. But then Edward's going to be facing issues and drama when he goes back home now with his wife, the queen, and everything. And like I said, if he starts coming around to the idea of embracing his firstborn son, what's that going to say for his second child and the queen? And, you know, that could introduce her father back into it. And, like, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, so much potential for storylines. Like I said, the potential for Breeder to come back. Looking for Uhtred now. Yeah, man, fucking hell, just the last 2 episodes have just been tremendous, man. It's just sad to think, like, oh, I've only got 3 left now. It's, man, I want more of this show. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up, get cracking on with some editing, and try and get the full lengths up for you guys as soon as I possibly can. If you're interested in watching the full lengths, the whole entire show, binge watch every episode with me, there's links down below to my Patreon. Go check them out. As you watch this on YouTube, episode 8 and episode 9 are going to be up. Early access, edited highlight reactions on my Patreon. Links down below. Yeah. Give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRiON, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.